Nigeria, it is time to use force to tackle terrorists, Buhari tells military. Welcome to the news and thank you for tuning in to listen. President Muhammad Buhari, for the umpteenth time, moved against criminal elements in the country when he instructed the military to go after terrorists and kidnappers with force. Sincerely, we are tired of hearing this kind of news. Sincerely. Every time, go after them, pursue them, do this, do that, words without actions. And I will keep saying this thing. You know, there are people that say, what am I even saying? Not even people. The late General Abacha, you know the Abacha now, the Jagaban of all the Jagaban in military then, he actually said that any insurgency in any nation that lasts for more than 72 hours, it is not me that said it though. He said the government of that day is actually has a hand in it. I did not say it. It is not my quote. It is not my talk. It is not my voice. So it is Abacha's voice. He is the one that said so. And if you look at it, it will start seeming like true. Why am I saying it's true? Early last year in 2021, the federal government, I think the AGF actually came out. That's the Attorney General of the Federation came out and he said that they have now found the funds, financiers and sponsors of terrorism in Nigeria. That is, he said Boko Haram sponsors and terrorism. And you know, Nigerians now, as we are, we jubilated. We said, finally. And we expected them to call out the names till date. I think the last thing I heard of it was they were actually investigating and that. And I'm saying, look, if the list actually comes out now, it is going to be a fraud. Why? It is very possible that they are going to include all their political elements in that list. Yes. And now, why I'm saying it, what connection does it have with this terrorism? It has a connection because it is when you cut off these terrorists from their financiers and sponsors. Let's say your child now, for instance, your child is a bully. And every time you stand up for that particular child, you're always around to stand up. Let me put it to you that you're also a bully. When you're no longer available for that, maybe you travel, your child will behave himself. Because why? He knows my mommy is not around to stand by my side and say no when I'm going to be disciplined. So it is when these financiers of this terrorism is actually cut off that these people can be weakened, then the military can do their job. And again, they are frustrating the efforts of the military. By how? They'll come out today and they'll say more than 1,000 Boko Haram terrorists surrendered and they are now retreating them into the Nigerian army and the society. And I'm asking, you will not hear in Western world, in Western nations, that they actually come and start sitting down with terrorists. They don't do it. I am hearing it for the first time ever in Nigeria. People who go on a killing spree, they kill, they maim, they rape, they commit all sorts of atrocities. And they now come back after they have killed as they like. They have kidnapped and collected ransom as they like. They will now come out and say, we are no longer interested. Nigerian government will take these people, feed them Cold Stone ice cream, Domino pizza and juice, and still give them work that will be paying them. Hereby doing was frustrating because these people go in. Do you think they came out because they were hungry, or you think they came out because they want to surrender? It is actually a tact. I don't know why they're not seeing it as these people are playing a prank on them. Tomorrow you start hearing that the military on their way to social place, that nobody was there, that area was a lonely place, that they were actually ambushed. And you start asking yourself, how? How did the information get out? They claim that, communication is no longer working in that particular environment. Yet, the military, every time, they'll plan to do something, and before you know it, it is always seeming as if these terrorists, they're actually always 1 step or 2 step or 5 steps ahead of the Nigerian army. What am I saying? They should put actions to their word. I've said it before that if the Nigerian government today, if the federal government tell themselves, they don't need to even come out and tell us, tell themselves that, look, today enough is enough of the killing, that they really, really want to tackle this issue of Boko Haram, this issue of ISWAP, it will no longer be a thing. In fact, it will be a story of the past. Believe you me. But because they have not actually, in their mind decided, unfortunately, Nigeria will keep they keep experiencing such attacks. The news in detail, please stay with us. At the same time, the military authorities at the weekend said troops killed fighters of the Islamic State for West African province ISWAP and Boko Haram during a firefight in Biu, Borno State. This, however, is as bandits have reportedly shifted base to Niger North District, invading parts of Katangora and Meshagu local government after allegedly wreaking havoc in Niger East for some months. But the president, who bared his fang against the recurring incidents of insecurity lapses in some parts of the country, ordered immediate major military operation in Niger State, which has, for instance, faced continuous attacks on its communities by bandits and remnants of Boko Haram terrorists, fleeing theaters of war in the northwestern and northeastern parts of the country. Exercising his power as Commander-in-Chief of the nation's armed forces, Buhari, in a release yesterday by his spokesman Garba Shehu, directed the defense headquarters a few days ago to respond robustly to the cases of killings and kidnappings in the Niger State and to give effect to the strategic objective through use of force. I would like to express sincere sympathies to the government and people of a state following recent security incidents, Buhari said, reiterating that security was a responsibility of every member of a community and only through solidarity and cooperation with law enforcement agencies could the problems be finally defeated. According to him, the federal government is willing to strengthen support and cooperation with all the states. I believe that with the full cooperation of the citizens, we will surely overcome this problem. But the military authorities at the weekend, while claiming to have killed ISWAP fighters and their Boko Haram counterparts, while a firefight in Biu, Borno State, said troops of Sector 2 Joint Task Force JTF Northeast Operation Hadinkai OPHK dealt decisively with Boko Haram and Islamic State West African province ISWAP terrorists who made frantic efforts to infiltrate the ancient town of Biu, Borno State. A statement by Army spokesman Brigadier General M1L1TARY, who claimed that the troops had pursued the fleeing terrorists, responded to a video of the insurgents opening fire on what appeared to be the Nigerian Army University, Biu, had gone viral a few days ago. The military, however, said the criminal elements met their Waterloo when the gallant troops of 231 Battalion and 33 Artillery regiments swiftly routed them in a failed incursion at Mainahari village in Biu on Saturday, January 15, 2022. Wow.